Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And I get sent pictures and videos, emails and links. And if there's anything that you guys want to send me for a video, my email's in the description box below. So, funny story real quick before we get started. So Sean's been working some overtime, right? So I've been working on his channel for him. And I noticed that people are saying that Sean sounds like he's AI. So I know you guys have known me and Sean for how long, right? And I'm like, okay. So I clapped back at this one person because I was reading the comments and I'm like, all right. I'm like, you know, my husband, because I said I had to sound like I was Sean, and I'm like, I'm not AI. I was like, matter of fact, why don't you go over to my wife's channel? And I said ABG prepping. And I'm like, and you'll see that we're not AI. And I'm like, they're constantly accusing him of being AI. I'm like, what the hell is going on around here? And I'm like, I know Sean's voice is very monotone, because he's just so straight up, like straight like a pen, you know what I mean? And everything is just, you should see his handwriting. I mean, it's literally like, heck, you know what I mean? His handwriting is so pin perfect, but yet his signature looks like a doctor's signature. It's so strange. And I'm thinking to myself, if these guys only knew him and me, oh my God, they would so not be saying this sounds like AI. So anyway, I was just like, go over to my wife's channel. Yeah, anyway, if you guys see some really strange comments being like, this is an AI or whatever, just be like, she, you were told that he was an AI, you know what I mean? But whatever. So anyway, this first email comes from a community member and it says your newsletter was eye-opening. Well, thank you. That was my whole point, was for it to be eye-opening and for you guys to really see, like, the things that I put in my newsletter I obviously can't talk about here, you know, because that would be grounds for literally a divorce from YouTube. You know what I mean? And she said, and it added another piece of the puzzle, the rabbit hole puzzle. Yeah, I know it does. And she said, I found a longer documentary that Kathy and Mark did. Kathy and Mark are who I made the August newsletter about. Okay. And she said, that explains even more information than the one in the newsletter. I think George Bush was the Antichrist. I can't say that. Um, there have been two known Antichrists from what I understand. Napoleon was one and Hitler was the other one. Yeah. And that's not just me saying that. I mean, that's like everybody that I know has said that. Yeah. So she said, and I think us in America have been living in a brainwashed state for a very long time. Oh, yeah, that's without a doubt. Um, but it's not so much us, like the people of the prepared mind, because our eyes are so open all the time that we literally get overwhelmed with everything. I think it's those that live in the bubble. Yeah. And she said, we are living in a new world order. Not yet. I, I think we're almost there. Yeah. And she said, we just didn't know it because our military stopped the unveiling of it. So the electric grid went down in Paris is a psyops for the New World Order. It could be. It could be. She said, it is designed to make the world think God is punishing us for us to return to the Catholic Church. No, he's pissed because they mocked him. They mocked him. Yeah, that's why he's pissed off. And it's a way to control us, to get us back to go back to the ways that the Vatican had power over us. No, I don't believe that. I believe that he's pissed off because they mocked him by doing the Last Supper. Yeah, that's that. But that's just my belief. This is your belief, this is my belief. You know what I mean? But that's why I do these community intel videos. It's to give the people of this community a voice that otherwise would go unheard. You know what I mean? That's why I encourage you guys to write me these emails with your opinions, and I will read it to everybody so your voice will be heard, you know. So she said, Kathy and Mark explained why and how the Republicans and the Democrats are all working together. Birds of a feather flock together. You know, she said that all the world governments are. The abomination of the last summer was used to make God angry. And for those who wonder why, there was no food at the table. The inside joke was the models walking down the runway were the food. So kind of like cooking, is that what you're talking about? Because I could see that. Yeah. She said, my son told me that the light was shown on a church. I knew it was another planned attack after he said that. Another interesting point made in this documentary was that mining operations affected the city's power grids. The area cities would lose power. And I just saw an interview with Elon Musk stating that with space flights, it does the same thing. All work involving space took down the power grids when they were being used. I wonder, are these the real reason why places are actually having power outages? Sea change is being used to hide what they are actually doing. They don't want us to know about the activities. I just thought it was something interesting many might not catch watching it. I felt like it was an important piece to the puzzle, might explain the real reasons why they don't want us to use so much electricity or gas. Still haven't figured out why they want us to stay inside, locked in our homes. Just another way of imprisoning people. That's all it is. Yeah. Okay, so I am going to leave a link in the description box below of all the products that were recalled with Boar's Head, with the lunch meats. Okay. And if you live or shop with Publix, okay, and you live in an area where there's a Publix actually took all of the Boar's Head products out of their deli meat case. Yeah, gone. They took it all out. Yeah. And the only reason why I even shop at a Publix is to get Boar's Head lunch meats. Why? Because it's gluten-free. Yeah. So I will leave that link in the description box below for you guys, okay? So here's an email from a community member. She said, okay, Pacific Power and all the outages this summer. This time they actually named the wildlife that caused the particular outage a squirrel. Nuh-uh. Are you serious? A squirrel? She said these comments on Facebook. Response from Pacific Power. The outages were caused by a squirrel. That's what Pacific Power said. Pacific Power said the squirrel somehow triggered the wildfire safety setting on the power lines, which is designed to shut the power lines off if there's a wildfire or if the power lines are damaged. When asked how the squirrel triggered the safety setting, Pacific Power said that they were looking into it. This is a developing story. And the comment, probably had quite a stash of food collected for winter. So cute till you have to remove 5 gallons of food that they've stashed in places containing electrical free units. We need to start naming squirrel outages like they name hurricanes. Only in Oregon, squirrels had too many edibles. Rocky the squirrel has caused a new power outage today. More details at 5 with your local news. Oh, stop. Oh, that's hysterical. Rocky the squirrel. Rocky and Bullwinkle. So this picture was sent in by a community member, and it says breaking news. 46 and Harris accused directly of funding anti-American radical groups. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's something from a community member. She said, this newsletter is worth subscribing to, no charge, it's free. There's also a YouTube channel. I'm sending the article towards the end of the newsletter. For the list of medication, Walmart offers $4 for a 30-day subscription, $10 for a 90-day subscription. Hopefully this may help community members. It's called the Deal Guy newsletter. Okay. if there's a link, I will leave it in the description box below. Wow, some really cool products. I will say that I have those curtains, those blackout curtains. I do. And it's top like items of the week to buy and whatnot and stuff like that. Okay. This is really cool. Thank you so much. Okay, so John Rich, he is a um, country music singer. And he used to be, I guess, a part of a group called Big and Rich. And he came out with a new song, and it's fantastic. It's called Revelations. And yes, it talks about the book of Revelations. And he did an interview with Tucker, and he talks about 45. He talks about the new song that he wrote. He talks, about the Bible and stuff like that. And he also talks about, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a rapper by the name of Eminem. Well, Eminem dropped a new album, and he talks about the darkness of Eminem's new album. So that link will be in the description box below for you guys, okay? Okay, here is a very, very, very important email that I received. And she said, you can share it or not, it's your choice. Well, I'm choosing to share it because I think that this is extremely important. And I mean, when I say extremely, it's extremely important. She said, my husband said he can't tell you how he knows this, but it will be public soon anyways. Okay. She said, we, the US, only have enough ordnance to war with China, 8 to 10 weeks without nuke operations if we had to go that route. This gives you a measurement point, just letting you know so you can have clear vision for things to come. Watch China's weather. They will be using mod again. When you know what is real, it's easy to see the veil. Yes, thank you. And the crap that Florida is going to be seeing this weekend, it only makes me think. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I have a shit roof. It leaks like a freaking sieve. Yeah, I have a tarp on my roof. Big whoop. One gust of wind and that thing is gone. You know what I mean? So thanks so much, for your mods. You know what I'm saying? Oof. Okay, so this community member, she sent in the U.S. Postal Service new product catalog. She said, I was shook. Celebrating Dungeons and... Sorry, I had a glitch. She said, I was shook. Celebrating Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons was a game from like this 80s, I think. I've never played it, so I really can't tell you anything about it. I'm sorry. I am I'm stuck, kids. I don't know anything about this game. So I can't say, or wow, really cool. You know what I mean? So I'm one of those. I'm not one, you know what I mean? Probably when this thing was out, I was still playing with Barbies. You know what I mean? I didn't have brothers. It was me and my 4 sisters, so we didn't have this kind of stuff. So I don't even know what the hype is. I'm being honest. I don't know. So I'm guessing because you were shook, it's not a good thing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, now this community member, she sent in, is this Wemats? Looks like it. I these airtight food containers. I absolutely love these food containers. They are all over my pantries, and I mean all over. They're on clearance right now, and I think it said 24 or 34 pieces for 35 bucks. And when I tell you, these airtight containers are the bomb.com. They really truly are. And they literally, I mean, when I tell you they're waterproof, they're airtight, fill it up, close the lid, and you've got 4 locking mechanisms on all sides. And then throw it in a tub full of water. Airtight, waterproof, perfection. Okay. I have all of my pasta, all of my beans, all of my sugar, all of my everything in these things. Yeah, I love them. Love them. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless.